And hello, everybody. It is my first live sale in a long, long time. And I am sorry about that. But if you are joining me, whether live or if you've seen this on the replay, I appreciate you coming back. This is Trusty, or, Patrick from Trusty Huckster Mercantile in my secondary location because, yes, my kitchen is still not done. So my house is still torn up, but I hope to be getting back into that soon. I think my kitchen is supposed to be finished theoretically this week. So hopefully I can start getting my regular backdrop back to normal and see where things go from there. But this is the secondary secret lair of Raj, and Raj is traveling this week. So I am just decided to do a sale, home alone, and decided this was an opportunity. Didn't have rehearsal tonight, and decided that this was an opportunity to actually participate or actually offer a live sale. And tonight I will be hosting Beth from Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties, and she has her own sale during this time right before this. Normally I go on right after her. She was also doing a live sale with hosting on her channel. She texted me a little bit ago saying it was running a little long. I said, no worries, no rush. And she could just join me when she joins me. So for now, you've got me. And we shall see how YouTube does promoting or reminding people that this is going live and how many people actually participate and join for the sale. So if you're here, say hi in the chat. Hello back to you. And if you're new, because this is the first time I've done this in a while, I had kind of drifted a little bit, been doing some things with the Gay History Book Club. Hey, KP. I've been doing things with the Gay History Book Club, tried to have a couple haul videos, trying to put some content up. But for those that have followed me for a while, I do community theater, and I am in rehearsals for a show right now. So that is taking quite a few of my evenings. So trying to squeeze things in when I can. So like I said, so I'm also trying to squeeze in life with, dating somebody. So my dating partner is traveling out of town. I don't have rehearsal tonight. So I'm back. I get to do a live sale. So thanks so much. Oh, hey, Revive It Sisters. Thanks for joining. That's kind of you to say. And yes, I peaked right before I started. Karen, thanks. Beth is still on her channel. And I told her not to rush. I want her to give her full attention to who she's hosting. And I hope some of you maybe actually joined her channel earlier. Beth was a couple of years ago. She reminds people of this, but probably my 1 year anniversary, or maybe my 2 year anniversary. I can't remember now. Probably my 1 year anniversary when I started my YouTube channel. Hey, Chad. When 1 year anniversary of my channel was pretty much right in the middle of COVID. And I decided for my 1 year, I was hosting live sales every week during that time. And I decided to kind of pay it forward type thing. And I started bringing other people and people with new channels, people that are just starting into live sales. I was bringing them onto my channel, and I did a full month where I just hosted other people and we shared these live sales. And so Beth was one of the people I hosted, and that was the very first live sale she ever did. And then she has gone on to do amazing things. She does a much better job balancing her content and her life with her YouTube channel than I have. So, but it's always nice. And she's been all of last year, we were co-hosting drop sales. So we always try and do some things together. So KP, you asked, so I am doing a show called Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike. If you know the show, it was a 2013 Tony Award winner for Best Play. And I am playing Vanya, which on Broadway was played by David Hyde Pierce. So it's a show that I really wanted to do. It was a part that I really wanted. And we just started rehearsals at the beginning of the month, and we open April 4th. So it's not a lot of rehearsal time. So we are rehearsing 5 nights a week. And the nights change based on people's travel schedules, including my own. So this was my night off. And again, Raj he's actually in Puerto Rico this week for his work. So I decided that this was when I was going to be doing a sale. So I may just go ahead and start selling a couple of things until she joins. We'll just see how it plays out. Brought a few extra things just in case I had more time. So we will start. So thanks for those of you who are joining. I see we have 11 so I'm not going to be doing offer ups. This is not going to be a major sale. Really appreciate the opportunity. And again, thanks for those of you who are joining me. Always appreciate your feedback and encouragement on what you'd like to see on my channel. It's been a little bit of a struggle as I decided to make a little bit of a political statement when I made the decision after the election to make a little bit more be a little bit more vocal on LGBTQ rights and lifestyle, as I am gay myself. And I started the Gay History Book Club. And every time I promote the book club, I lose more subscribers to my channel. So it's difficult to see that. I have gained some new ones, and that's always appreciative. And so for some people, they might be following my channel and they don't even know what I'm doing. It's like, wait, I do haul videos, I do history, I do Gay History Book Club. What the heck? I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So I do appreciate any time people give me your time. I do appreciate it, and I do not want to waste it. So the first thing I was going to offer, and I will offer now, is it's going to just be a quick claim. Simple set of toothpick holders. And there's 3 of them. So even if you don't collect toothpick holders, if you buy these, 3 make a collection. So here you go. This is going to be a set price, not an offer up. So one of them is like a little, I'm just going to say he is designed to be a toothpick holder. I don't know what else he would be, but he's a little Toby jug. And he does have a handle. So, I mean, I guess you could just make him, do shots with him. He could be a shot glass. So you've got, it's kind of hard to show the detail because it is clear. Let's see. Can we hold him against something? Not really. So he's smoking a pipe. You can kind of see it there. You can kind of see the profile. You can kind of see the brim of the cup is the hat. The top is like the brim of his hat. So it's kind of a cool little design. The next one is, I'm not going to say it's EAPG. I think it might actually be a matchstick holder because these are ribbed. And so the old fashioned matches, you need to have a place to be able to strike them on something. So I think this was actually Striker. So I think this might actually be a matchstick holder, but Tobackiana isn't as popular as it once was. So it's perfect size for toothpicks. Pressed glass. And then the third piece is just a very simple, I have no idea the age of this one, almost like an eye wash, but it's just tapered all the way down. So I do believe this is technically that this is just a toothpick holder. So yes, thank you, Karen, EAPG. So you've got these 3, and actually the EAPG, if you can see it, I had to set up a different set of lights here. So hopefully you can see that there's a little bit of a gold wash right there on the lip of this. So you get all 3 pieces and you get them. I forgot to grab my letters here. All 3 pieces, and you get them from US Glass State Series. Oh, interesting. Oh, thank you for that. I do not know my EAPG, and Scott is not here to help me because when I sell with Scott, I do the unbreakables, and this is very breakable. But so you get all 3 of these for $10. So $10 for the set of 3 by giving me letter E in the chat. So letter E, $10 for the 3 toothpick holders. And it looks like Lori from back in the day finds it. Well, hold on. Let me refresh. Initially, I see the 10, but I said the price first. So let me refresh. Okay. I am sorry, Lori. I'm going to have to say it goes to Karen because we were going off of letters, and I apologize that I wasn't clear on that. I have not, haven't hosted in a while. So I haven't done a live sale, a quick claim sale in a while. All the ones with Scott, as you know, are offer up. So because she did put the letter in, I'm going to give that to Karen. So I do apologize, but Karen, congratulations on getting the set. And I do hope Robert is doing better. I hope he's home and resting and is in good health. So Karen gets the set of toothpick holders. I keep watching to make sure that Beth doesn't jump in, and I miss. Oh, Karen. Oh, that's sweet. Well, then, Lori, you wanted them. You put in the 10 first, so Karen is letting you have them. And as she said, she has plenty of them. So yes. And they're, $10 for the whole set. And you both have a box that was being filled to ship, so I can add them to Lori's box instead. So congratulations to Lori and to Robert. So thanks, Back in the Day Finds. And thank you, Karen, for letting that. So again, just keep in mind for everybody, I will be giving a letter for the ones that are quick claim. Wait for the letter, and the first person to give the letter is the one who will claim. And this might be a conversation, particularly as we wait for Beth. Hi there, Elizabeth. As we wait for Beth, there might be some conversation we have tonight. I've been playing around with some ideas, talking to Scott, talking to Beth. If I can rebuild up my channel and start having enough people to justify doing offer ups. Really re-looking at the offer ups. I admit I don't really follow those on a lot of other channels. I just don't have the time anymore to watch a lot of the others. And I just feel that some of the things that have started happening and with the offer ups, even on Scott's channel, there's a lot of the sniping coming at the last minute, trying to figure out, is there a way to make offer ups work better for the buyer and then also for the sellers. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm definitely open to it. So I might start doing some changes once Beth's here. Hopefully some of the people from her sale will come over to this one. If we get enough, maybe I have a couple items I might want to do as an offer up, but we'll see. I might start playing around with some ideas of how to make that more equitable to everybody. So if anyone has any thoughts, that would be appreciated. Okay, I'm not seeing her in the chat, so I'm going to go. Oh, we've got somebody new. Al's Full Shelf Shop. I'll hear from Beth. She just finished. Oh, thanks so much. So hopefully she will be joining soon. Maybe she needs to take a little bit of a bio break and then hop over. So, and hello to Becky's Vintage and More and Karen K. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Karen. So she looked this one up. So the Portland pattern. So, and that was Robert. So Robert must be feeling better. So congratulations, Robert. I'm glad that you were feeling up to actually participating in the sale. And Sandra's here and Joan is here. We've got all kinds of people joining. So hopefully that means Beth will be joining us in a little bit. So that was the first item. Let's see. Instead of a countdown, a lot of stuff are going once, two warning, then sold. And I did notice that on some other people's channels, is that some people were saying that they were out if they were going back and forth. And that's the part that I've been intrigued by. In some cases, I have hopped on and I've seen some sales and I see it going back and forth, like, okay, $8, $10, $12, and there's a nice, banter, and then somebody says out. And so then the other person seems to know. What seems to be happening, and this is just my experience, Scott has way more sales than I do. But just in the sales that I've participated with him, that people that were not participating in the actual approach or to build of it, they're coming in at the very last minute with a price that's just slightly higher than where they are. So maybe not the next step, but maybe 2 steps above. And so they're putting that in there, but they're coming in like right at the last minute. So we're doing that countdown. We're doing the 10, 9. So kind of like the going, final warning type thing. We're doing that countdown. Then we're watching on our phone to make sure of the lag. But then somebody's going in like right at the last minute, and the person that was helping build it up, if their internet isn't fast enough, they don't get to see that and then go back. And then there's the just in cases. And I've got a problem with the just in cases, because with the just in cases, I've seen this kind of happen, that you end up saying, okay, somebody goes in at 20, and then if they outbid themselves or do something with a just in case, and they say, well, they're willing to go up to 50, well, one of 2 things can end up happening. You've got somebody who might legitimately have been bidding 40 that didn't see the just in case, and it goes up, and then the just in case gets it for 41, or however that people do that. Or you could also do the opposite of, somebody could just be like, ooh, somebody's willing to pay 50. I'm going to bid 49 just to make sure that it goes. That'd be like a really snarky thing to do. But my bigger issue is, and this is what I have seen or experienced, what I have seen, and we've got Beth coming in right now. What I have seen is you've got people that they end up, they'll put that in there, and then somebody who might have been willing to go to 40, they then don't bid. They're like, oh, they're going to beat me anyway, so I just won't put it in. But then because they outbid themselves, they end up getting it down for like 20. So then, because I've actually got an email from somebody saying, well, wait, you shouldn't have gone back down to the low one, because I would have been willing to bid, in between, but because they put such a high price, I didn't bother. So it's like, I just don't know. I don't know if there's a right way of doing it. I've always against offer ups, because, whatever. And it's just, I want it to be fun, and I don't want it to drag out. So anybody with ideas, absolutely. Sort of don't like the Justin, and that's, some people really feel strongly about it, whether they like it or not. Yeah, so it's just one of those cases. Well, we might be doing some changes, and I do not know why I have this gigantic background, so we will take the background back out. Okay. That's my background for the Gay History Book Club. We don't need that for Beth to be up here.
It's okay.
How are you doing?
I am good. I'm so sorry. Once I got into the thread, I could not get the link to work on my phone. It was user error. It was not you.
Oh,
So,
no, and no worries. I did actually sell something, just to, people were here, so I go in and haven't started a sale.
yeah.
But for those who don't know you, and I'm sure everyone does, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, hey, y'all. My name is Beth. My channel is Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties. And I'm originally from South Carolina, but I live in Texas. So I'll be shipping from right outside of Houston, Texas. And I am here on YouTube. And I have 2 vintage spaces. So that's about what keeps me busy on top of my full-time job.
Yes, everyone's trying to balance their full-time job with side hustles. So I
Yeah,
always appreciate the channels and people like Scott that do this as a full-time gig. It's a lot of work, and
it
so
is.
trying to do it on the side, it just makes it that much harder. And I have learned the hard way: if you don't keep plugging, if you're not consistent, YouTube algorithm loves consistency, and if you disappear for too long, you disappear from the cycle. And I think what's happening for me right now is, because I'm involved, started doing the Gay History Book Club, I'm confusing the algorithm. It does not
Yeah.
know who I should recommend. So people have suggested I do another channel. I'm like, oh my God, I can't manage 2 channels. So we shall see what I end up doing. But so let's see. Some resellers are just letting the people bid until there's only one left, and that's the winner. And that's probably the fairest. It's just that gets to the point where it gets really long. And, particularly in Scott's sales, and this is something I think I think about a lot. Scott could have 200, 250, 300 people on some of his sales with me. If you look at who's bidding, there's only like 10 or 15 people bidding. Like, that's it. And that is fine. I mean, that is not a negative thing. But that means there's over 200 people that are just here for the entertainment. It's not that entertaining to watch it just drag itself out, particularly like dollar increments, to just kind of climb. If, so again, there's no perfect solution, I don't think. So yes, looking at see what some of the bigger channels are doing, I can absolutely get some tips on that. But at some point, I've seen what some of the channels are doing, and I don't like it. So it's trying to find, like, okay, how can I make it better? And if I'm the only one that does it, I'm the only one that does it. People, it's my sandbox. I can make my own rules. But I don't want to confuse people, because that's what somebody also said. Is like, it can get very confusing, and it's very hard to keep track of things. So anyway, quick claim. Appreciate the 2 of you that jumped in to try and get it. Thanks again, Karen, for letting Lori and Robert have that. Robert, glad you're doing better. And then I will pass over to Beth and let you go ahead and sell your first item.
All right. Thanks so much, Patrick, and thank you for your patience. Did I hear you say it was all quick claim, right?
You can do offer ups if you want.
Oh,
Totally up to you. If you
um,
want me to do your starts and stops, just ask.
well, I don't want to do it now. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you have to take in mind, I think we have 21 people watching, so you take into mind whether it's worth to do an offer up or not.
Well, I will just say that I do have some things that are choice, and choice meaning you get to pick between the same. They may or may not have anything to do with each other. They were just price point, and I couldn't decide which item to bring. And I may have a couple of things that are offer ups. And honestly, that's because when you research things with WorthPoint and all the different sites that I use about 5 different sites to try to get the best comp. They're all over the place. So if someone's interested, I put it at what I think usually is the lowest that I can find, because these things go to my booth and these people don't have to pay shipping or anything like that. I just do quick turnaround in my booth. But my first, how many are we doing? 3, and then we're switching, Patrick?
We can do that.
Okay. My first is going to be, I'm on Patrick's channel. I had to bring some ephemera. So
Excellent.
this is going to be a choice. I'll do straight claim for $8. It's going to be the first thing. Yes, I ship from Texas. I do, right outside of Houston, Texas. And I will be invoicing this weekend. Thank you for asking that for clarification. I will be invoicing this weekend. I've had a couple of other sales. I was on my channel just a few minutes ago. We just finished. So much for fast-paced quick claim. But I have the ephemera choice. I have a lot of things, and then I have a older piece of ephemera, and I'm going to start with that. This one is from Westminster Abbey, and this is a service that I think was, don't get me to lying. I always try to find the date, and I can't. I had it written down somewhere.
I thought I saw it on the
But
front. It said 1920 something. So didn't it say
where?
May 16th, 1920?
Oh, there it is. Thanks, Patrick. It says Westminster Abbey, Sunday after the Ascension, May 16th, 1920. It is it is 100, it's over 100 years old. It is an antique. It is the morning 10:15 o'clock service. And this is the program for that. This is choice one of the choices that is just going to be $8. The second choice is going to be a little lot of ephemera. This is an April 1971 work basket and arts magazine. We all
Oh,
love,
relive the 70s. Check out the poncho.
yeah, 1971. Love the ads. Love the pictures that are in there. It's a great little ephemera, but it's got home art, so you have everything from gardening to crochet to great recipes. Like this one is a Chinese duck and anise seed. I always say that wrong, but a poppy seed cake. So really just a craft magazine there. With that, you're also going to get 60 ways to serve ham because Easter's,
Easter's coming.
and there you go. It's an Easter greeting. And this was from the Armor Company. So when you have leftover ham, you are going to have, there's a rubber band that is stuck to the back of this. You're going to have 60 ways to have ham from the Armor Company. With that, you're also going to get some pictures. They're black and white pictures here and here. They look like they're cooking. So I kind of went with what looked like Easter, but I don't really think this is Easter. Could be. Looks springish, right? And then there is a
Oh.
color photo. So you have two choices for $8 today. The first one is going to be your lot that includes photos, a recipe book, and a crafter's magazine, or your 1920 Westminster Abbey program. $8 number 14. $8 number 14. And I used my numbers in my other sale, so I'll have to find number 14 for you. Number 14, if anyone is interested in either one of these, the lot or the Westminster for $8.
I just saw an article today on one of the antique sites that said ephemera is hot right now. That is trending. People like their ephemera.
So a lot of people are using it to create, like make something new out of the old ephemera, especially the music. I'm seeing a lot of that. So that's fun. The next is, because I know it's still cold in some areas, aka Nebraska, is it just snowed there. So not everybody has a little warm area like we are having in Texas right now. I have a mug choice, and I have multiples of this one. So they're $8 a piece. This says have a chocolate day. It's basically and it says happiness is eating chocolate. Yes.
And chocolate makes the world go round.
Yes. It makes the world go round at the top. But it's got the little teddy bears on there with all the cool colors. And then it also has I love chocolate. This is the other mug. These are $8 each. Promise me anything but give me chocolate. That's what that says. So I do have two of these. I only have one of this one. These are going to be $8 choice, $8 choice, and they are number 5. So if you're interested in either mug, it is $8 choice. These are Love and Stuff 1984 mugs. And so they are vintage mugs and they are all Love and Stuff mugs. So very, very cute. Perfect for still having hot chocolate through those. All right, and my next item is I love a cobalt blue anything. Blue is my favorite color, and I have a lot of cobalt blue in my house. This is a vintage Avon bottle that is cobalt blue glass. It was probably a perfume oil, like an oil perfume. Could have been a bath oil as well. It does have its original stopper. The stopper is glass at the top as well. And so I do have some gold gilding right here on this piece. At first, I thought it was a peacock, and then I thought, well, maybe I still think it's a peacock. Somebody else said it could be like under the sea. The gold gilding on there is really good. The bottom is a little bit more worn. You see some wear spots on the gold there, but the piece at the top is great. For height wise, this bottle is going to be about 9.25 inches tall, so it's a good size. It's good to put any of your bath oils in now, or just as a display piece. It is going to be $12, and it is number 10. $12, number 10 for the blue cobalt bottle. So ephemera, hot chocolate, and a bath oil. Sounds like my perfect kind of day.
Chocolate and bath oil, perfect. And you can read your 1920 program from Westminster Abbey.
That's right. So,
Excellent.
all right, those are my first 3.
Okay. So because we talked about it, I'm going to put some skin in the game. And like somebody said, you can always, like Al's full shelf shop said, you can just do some trial and error. So I will go ahead and do an offer up. And I will start a little bit lower than what I was going to sell it at, and I'll just take the risk. So because you had some ephemera, I also have ephemera. And so what I'm going to do is, and fair warning, these are loose pieces. I don't have any full magazines here. So there's just some individual old ephemera in here. I'm going to start this at $8. So let me go ahead and put that in. I forgot to type that in. So we're going to start at $8. And then here's what I'm going to do. This is one of the things that I had thought about doing. I am going to do if somebody, as people bid, I'm going to do the countdown like I do with Scott. And I do consider Scott one of the bigger channels. So I'm using him as a jumping off point. I'm going to do the countdown. Once I see a bid come in, I'm going to restart the countdown and count down from 5. So it's not going to extend it like super, super long, but then that way, if people are trying to snipe in and they didn't participate in the climb, it'll still give a chance for people that were, trying to build it up and trying to get it to be able to get in, even if their internet's not quite as fast. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully it doesn't like drag itself out and be super boring. So this is an $8 start, and you get, I don't even know how many pieces you get, but we will do it one at a time. So you get 2 blotters. With these great old-fashioned, and probably antique blotters. These are from an insurance company, copyright 1920. So you've got the 2 lovers in the canoe. Let's paddle forever. Today, protect yourself for tomorrow, for when tomorrow becomes today, it may be too late. American Casualty Company. Okay, thank you, KP, for starting us out. So you get that one, and you get his latest chauffeur. We got a lady driver. We've got women's lib in action here. So his latest chauffeur. Today, protect yourself for tomorrow, for when tomorrow becomes today, it may be too late. Oh, that's the same phrase. So you can see the copyright on there. RC Company, New York. Both of these are from Reading, Pennsylvania. Penna. Maybe I have seen that abbreviation before. That's an interesting. So you get both of those. You get this old. It doesn't look like it's an arcade card because it's really thin. So I'm not sure what this would have come out. Maybe out of a magazine, but there's no printing on the back. But of Greta Garbo. So you get a little of this old-fashioned image of Greta Garbo. You get the cover image. Unfortunately, it's not the whole magazine, but you get the cover image of McClure's magazine, October 1919. So you get 20 features, 20 cents. So this month, what would have been in there, but right now you just get this absolutely awesome image of this woman wearing, she's wearing a fox. Is that what that's supposed to be wrapped around her? And then because it is the cover, you also get the advertisement from inside. So Fatima cigarettes, you get the full color ad on the back. So you get that. And then you get, try and keep these flat so they don't get wrinkled. This page is a Rita Hayworth ad with the back being "Say It" with shredded Ralston, which is that dog food? Because those are recipes and that looks like dog food. It's a quick party trick. So let's hope it's not dog food. Shredded Ralston. But that looks like, isn't that black, red and white? Is that like the Alpo logos? So
Patrick, that's gross.
So that it's the Rita Hayworth is actually for Lux soap. It's an ad. Unfortunately, it does not say, the page does not have a date to it. So I don't remember when Rita Hayworth was. That'd be like the 40s, I guess, maybe 50s. And then we do have these images from the Delineator. So this one is from Delineator, July 1913. This absolutely beautiful image of these two women. Check out those full-length tailored gowns. And then the back, you get Bulgarian colors. No, Bulgarian colors in dress details. So like the collars and the trims. And then this happened to have been a inside piece. So you also get some advertising on the inside. So you get that. But it's all, I would say it's all about this. Like that would just look so fantastic in a frame. And then you also get another piece from the Delineator, also the July 1913. So this one, again, just a fashion plate of the women. So in the teens, you got these very tight tailored dresses. We're not quite to the flapper era. We still got ankle length dresses. On the back, okay, who named this product? They need to be fired. Shampoo with Canthrax. That's cancer with anthrax. Like that is not something I want in my hair. So 15 exhilarating shampoos for 50 cents at your druggist. Shampoo with Canthrax. But it is a cool image. And then this also happens to have been the full. So the magazine must have fallen apart. And so these were the pages that were part of it. So this was page 25 and page 44. So if you think of how a magazine is made, there would have been all these pages in between. So unfortunately, that's all that's left of that, those two. And then this one is actually from a different magazine. This is from Woman's Home Companion. Again, an absolutely fantastic image with the fan and the sash. And then on the back, this one is marked March 12th for Gordon Hosiery. So early teens, check out the high button shoes. She's showing a bit of ankle, quite scandalous.
That is scandalous.
And then even a close up of the ankle, man. This is like a man's magazine now. So you get that. So again, I would say this. I think I got these from an estate sale, so I think that these were pulled out for the full page images. Although that one's pretty cool too. Either all of these, I would say, end up being like frameable to put to hang on the wall. Because unfortunately, I don't like the idea of ripping ephemera apart anyway. But these had already fallen apart, so you get all of these pieces. And thank you. We've got a couple bids going in. We are currently up to KP at 11. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. Again, you get all of these, so it's not a choice. You get all of them, and I will watch in my phone so that I got watched for the delay. If I get another bid as I'm doing the countdown, I will stop the countdown and then start again at 5. So hopefully everyone has a chance to get what they want. So we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to stop, but I'm watching for the lag. And if I see something come through, I'm going to start the count again. And we'll see if that makes any bit of a difference. But maybe between Judy and KP and anybody else who's trying for it, they will get a chance, get a fair chance at it. And I am experiencing a fairly hefty lag, so I may need to may need to refresh my page.
Yeah, my lag is only about 8 seconds for my device from what I'm hearing.
Okay, so have you already seen me count down?
Yes.
All right, because
I'm see me talking right now on.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm like way behind. Okay, so I need to refresh my page. So then that I'm just go ahead and put in the stop, and then that is going to go to KP for the $11. So thank you so much, KP, for picking that up. And since I took so much time and I've got to move these out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to you. Are you ready to do your next item? Okay, here you go.
All right. And you can take as much time as you need. I'm good.
Yeah, so I'm going to refresh my page so that I clearly have a very hefty lag.
All right. So my next item is also going to be a choice. It's going to be a straight claim. It's going to be $10 choice. The number is 15. You have a choice of new old stock, vintage Oscar invites. It's a pack of 10. Look at those faces. It says let's get together. These are new old stock, never been opened, still sealed, still sealed. I love the little fat guy in the corner for Oscar invites. These are any occasion. Let's get together. And it does have the event, the place, the date, and the time. Again, there are a pack of 10 new old stock. This is going to be $10, number 15. Or the other choice is going to be a set. I think there's supposed to be 11, but there's 10 in here because one of them was broken, but I will put an additional one in here. These are vintage swizzle sticks.
Oh, awesome.
I'm trying to learn a little bit about swizzle sticks. I have several, and I will add another one to the mix because I think there was one that broke and I took it out. This one is a Pierre Marquise, Pierre Marquise, maybe. It is orange, but I did have one in it and it broke. I think I had 11 in the pack. Both, it is two-sided. This has the crown. What do you know? With a P on that side. There is a yellow stir stick, Marin's Cocktail Lounge in San Juan. I do have two of these. I just thought they were really cool. These are the spoon ones, but the little bit of age can be told by the fact that there are letters and numbers with no area code in the telephone number for Raphael's. I don't know if that was like maybe an ice cream, or maybe a bar, but it's the swizzle sticks. Maybe they were having some pina coladas with those. You get two of those. You are going to get a Natural Bridge Aruba blue with the a spear on the end. So it does say compliments Natural Bridge Aruba there. This is a Four Seasons Motor Inn of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's got the little tree of life or Four Seasons tree there. And the Motor Inn, and it does say Albuquerque, New Mexico on this side. This is the Berlin Hilton. There's the Hilton emblem there, and it does say here, Berlin Hilton. I'm trying to see if y'all are going to see that because it's white. There you go.
I see the Hilton logo. It's hard to see the lettering.
Yeah, it's right here. There you go.
There it is.
You also have what is this? Harmony something and Banquet Hall, West New York, New Jersey. This one is a clearer one with another spoon. This one does have a mark on it. Is this the one? No, this one's not broken. I might put an extra 2 in there because that one is cracked. Um, this one is super cool. This one is the Windjammer. I love the little
Oh,
ship
neat.
on those,
Love
and I
that.
love the
The
color.
waves.
So I will show you, I have an item later on in the sale, and I'll show you how I display some of these. And then this one is Billy Bones, the pirate, and it's actually the fork kind. So it has for the little pickle or little whatever they was putting on the side, the fruit. Billy Bones. So there is going to be, I'll do a dozen. I think I'm showing you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to put 2 extras in there because one of them was cracked. I mean, I'd already had noted to put that there were 11. So there are going to be a set of 12 for $10. It is going to be number 15. So set of 12, $10, number 15, or the invitations, which is a pack of 10 new old stock, number 15, if anyone is interested in those. And I am going to show you how I use these later on with another item that I have. All right. The next item is a linen lot. It's a 3-piece lot for $10. I'm going to show you each piece because they are a little bit different. Each one is different. So I think this is a Battenberg um, little lace. It needs probably to be a little bit more pressed. These have been washed, not laundered, but I did not see any breaks, stains, or tears. Now's the time for flowers to be coming in the house and things like that. So lots of doily used. Great little, I think it's either lacing and some needlework or around the edge. A little bit of embroidery on this. This is a white square. It is a 9-inch. That's the first one in your lot. The second one in your lot is going to be a round one that is 10 inches. It is a white cotton with a blue and yellow design. So we've got the little blue knots tied in there. This one is hand done. And then it has the yellow, I guess that's a daisy maybe. This one is a 10-inch round. So I have the 9-inch square Battenberg and the 10-inch round. Here is the back. That's important to some people to show that it is handmade. No tears, rips, or stains in this one. And your third one in this lot, all for one monies, is a white and green. Well, it's white and it has a green crocheted hem. It's a larger hanky. It's 12 by 11, so it's really big. And I had, and again, no stains, rips, or tears. I thought this would be pretty for St. Patrick's Day as well, with a little bit of the ombre they've added there on the edge. So you are going to get a 9-inch, a 10-inch, and I think an 11-inch. You're going to get this larger square, the round, and the Battenberg. You're going to get this all for $9. Sorry, $9, number 3. $9, number 3 for all 3 of the doilies. So it makes them about, well, it makes them $3 each.
Excellent price.
Number 3 for those if you are interested. And lastly, I'm going big. I haven't done, I don't, if you know me, I don't ship bigger things very often. But I thought this piece was really cool. Hey, Karen, how are you? Number 3, Karen loves her some doilies. Thank you, Miss Karen. I appreciate you. That's going to be $9 for all 3. And I think I have something coming to you already. Sorry about that, y'all. I think I have a box coming to you already, so that will be awesome. I am picky about when I ship breakables because I tend to overpackage them. But I'm gonna try. LaDonna and them have been working on me. I have a beautiful McCoy vintage brush McCoy. It is marked on the bottom here, brush, 922, I think, USA. It is the pottery green drip glaze. I love this.
Love
It
that
is a
shape.
beautiful picture. I know it's so different, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like a metallic kind of coloring on this. It's really, really pretty. This greenish drip glaze is really nice on there. Um, just the shape of the spout, the shape of the handle, just it's a little bit different than the average. Let me give you some dimensions on this because it's going to be $20. It's going to be $20 and it is 11 inches tall. So it's 11 inches tall. And if I am doing widest to widest, we're looking about 6 inches right here. It's not heavy in weight. I mean, it's a good weight. I wouldn't say that it is like these, but it's a good weight. It's not super, super thick. Again, there's your marking on the bottom that does say the brush. It's 924. I'm sorry, 924. I think I said 922. This is going to be $20 and it is number 9. $20, number 9. Okay, bye, Becky. Thank you for coming. There you go. So $20, number 9, but I love this little green drip glaze on there. I thought that was so pretty. It's a really
Really
interesting.
is.
All
It looks
right.
like kind
And
of like a metallic
yeah,
gloss
this is
glaze
like
to
a
it.
metallic paint or glaze. I'm guessing it's the paint and then they glazed over that. But yeah, very metallic like. And then it's got that drip glaze on there. It's just a beautiful piece, very different. So I thought I would bring that because I typically don't. So I said I'm gonna bring something breakable to Patrick's
There
sale.
you go. As I'm gonna start doing some breakable stuff again too. So,
There you go. All right, those are my three, Patrick. Sorry, I was geared up for going fast since we just did that other sale.
oh no, we're good, but we'll see where we end up. All right, so I am not in an unbreakable sale, so I am bringing some breakable stuff. So the first thing that I sold before you joined, Beth, actually was a set of glass. So we've got more glass. So this is a two-piece lot, and this is just gonna be a quick claim. So it's a two-piece lot of a black glass console bowl, centerpiece bowl. Now I know there's a lot of conversation, is it actually amethyst glass? I've held this up to many lights. I still see black. So I will not try and claim that this is purple. I will not try and claim this is amethyst glass. I believe this is pure black glass. There's a couple straw marks on the inside that you can probably see. There are not scratches. They're not cracks. It's just where the mold was made. But there is something with the reflection here that's giving like a weird like iridescence on the inside, and I don't know what causes that. I've tried to polish it, and I don't know what causes that. You can kind of see that mark in the angle. So we've got this shallow console bowl, would look fantastic. I mean, we've got Easter coming up, and I'm hawking black glass, but hey, not everyone celebrates Easter, so we've got sure there's a Friday the 13th coming up soon. Save it for Halloween, or just hey, it's just a nice and dark bowl. Put fruit in it, do whatever you want. It's just a cool black glass console bowl, and with it, you will also get this. It's a little big to be a sugar bowl. There you go, Karen. Black goes with everything. It's a little big to be a sugar bowl, so maybe it is a sauce pot of some sort. I mean, it's just this is fairly large, so I don't think it's mustard. I don't think it's sugar. I think it's some sort of a sauce because you do have a place for the spoon to sit in here and have it come out. Although the spoon would have to be very, very narrow because you don't see a lot of room in that. As I was getting this ready, I did actually find that it is marked. It is Medco Everclose, patent pending. So I did do a little bit of digging. I did find two of these that just recently sold on eBay in the green glass color, and they actually sold for 40 and 45 bucks. So they actually sold for high values. This is black, so maybe not as attractive, but it's also, I always like to get stuff out at a good price. So I don't know. I couldn't find an example in the black, but you get both pieces of black glass. Okay, so Karen's saying that this is sugar. So this is you want a lot of sugar. So you get the sugar bowl with the Everclose top, and the console bowl. Fixed price. It is $25. You get both. $25 by giving me the letter S. So $25, the letter S gets you both pieces of black glass. The next item, I have some of the things when I started tearing everything up for redoing my kitchen, a lot of things had to go into storage. I had to, move everything out of my kitchen. I'm like, oh, my kitchen's not that big. It's shocking how much my cabinets held. And I had to find places to put all that stuff. And so as I started shifting things around, I started going, you know what? I had a couple things that were sitting out on display, but they really weren't part of my decor. They really weren't important to me. And so this is one of those items. So I am selling this. This will also be a fixed price. So what this is a little porcelain pot with a dragon on the front. It has the Chinese characters on the back. Both the bottom, you can see the little clouds are painted along the bottom, and then the dragon paint on the top in the pretty blue. It is a ink pad, so the paper is still there for ink seals, and I have the seal. So
Oh, wow.
I don't know what the age on these are, because it's got this really cool kind of a dragon. See if I can get him to. Well, I would try to get myself some light, and I'm almost too bright, so you can kind of see the detail. I don't know if he's a dragon. Kind of looks like a very, very fuzzy dog. So I'm not sure what he is, but he has been stamped, or it has been carved to be a stamp. And it looks like it was for the Western market, because I see an M and an R, and then I also see those characters on the end. So I don't know what or who used this. And there is some red in here, so I do think it was used. But I'm sorry, this was sitting on my antique roll top desk. With this sitting next to it just looks cool. And I just had too much stuff looking cool, so I had to take it away. So you get the little porcelain pot. Again, I do not know the ages of these things. Porcelain pot, and you get the stamp. You get the pair for $20, and you get them by giving me the letter T. $20, letter T, for the little porcelain dragon. And if you don't like the stamp, you just take the wax out of the ink out of the dragon. You've got a great little trinket dish. And then the other thing I started clearing out, two of these were in my booth, because I'd already started clearing out this collection. There are certain collections that I had built up over COVID, because, I was nesting, and just like, oh, that's pretty. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy that too. I was very, very popular buyer of eBay and all the live sales that were out there. So some of these may have even come from another. So Patty Rose has a question. Oh, and KP said that wasn't Chinese food dogs. I wasn't too far off. Okay. On the black glass console, under the ring light, you see scratches. Are they visible under normal light? Well, let me pull it back up. I would say, I'm in that light now. Because it's such a highly reflective glass, you are going to see the marks. So yes, they might be a little bit more obvious because of the ring light, but you can also see, like, just holding it randomly like that, they're not as obvious. But as you start tilting it in certain ways, like this one's actually not a scratch. That one's a straw mark from the mold of the glass. But there is one on the side that probably is a scratch. But you have to hold it in a certain way to see it. If you use it to hold anything, you wouldn't notice it all, because there are no chips, no cracks. There's nothing around the edges. It's just about this super reflective surface. And the bottom's in pretty decent shape. I don't think it had a lot of heavy use to it, because it's not even super rough on the bottom. But it probably held keys. It probably did hold stuff. So I do think there are a couple marks, and whatever did that weird reflective iridescent thing. So thank you for clarifying that question. Okay, so then the pieces that had been in my booth, I then also took one out of my personal collection today. Oh, so Patty is picking that up. Okay, so Patty Rose, letter S, which is the black glass, for 25. Thank you, Patty Rose. I'm not sure if you've bought from me before, so if you could just drop me an email. I apologize if I've forgotten, but drop me an email with your shipping information. I would appreciate it. So I did have a collection of Lennox and Stouffer all over gold. I think Katie and I did a duo dive about it one time. So this is a creamer with the Picard. This one's a Picard. And this one had been in my booth for $15. And you can see the pattern on this. This one's called Daisy and Rose, or Rose and Daisy. So that's a creamer. You also get a toothpick holder. Tonight is the night of toothpick holders. So this one also has the Rose and Daisy motif. And this one actually has a white interior. So this one's a little bit different. A little deep for a toothpick holder, but I do think that's what it is. But compared to the EAPG one I had before, it is a little bit taller. So this one had also been in my booth. I think on the booth that had been $15 by itself. And then this is actually Stouffer. So all of these companies are Chicago-based companies. And so this one, I just really liked the, so now I've already forgot the nappy dish, nappy tray, nappy, like when you've got the little handle on there for lemon wedges or whatever. This is a little bit more of a bowl, but it's kind of that teardrop shape. I just think it has a really, really cool collection. Shape. This one also has the Rose and Daisy pattern. That is the most common pattern, but this one is Stouffer. So this is Stouffer fine china. And so even though the patterns were invented by Picard, they kind of got used all over the place. And that was one of the things we covered. They're all in perfect condition because these are all from my personal collection. I just don't have these on display anymore. So you get this piece, the toothpick holder, which this came off my desk tonight. So you get this, and this. So these two pieces were in my booth for $30 for the two of them. I'm going to sell all three pieces for $30. So it's $10 each piece. All three pieces for $30 by giving me letter P. So all three pieces. This should be probably selling for $30 by itself, but I just at this point trying to flip inventory and make space in my house. So you get the dish, the toothpick holder, and the creamer for $30 by giving me letter P. And those are my three items, and we will go back to you, Beth.
All righty. Well, thank you, sir. And Patty Rose, thanks for coming over. She was at our sale earlier today.
Excellent.
I love to see people all over, at each one of the sales. All right, Patrick, I have a offer up. Could you please, do you want me to type it in, or do you want to
Nope,
do it?
I can do it for you.
Okay. It's an $8 start for choice. It's an $8 start for choice. I thought with Easter coming, it's time to, add some color to our vessels. And I have two different styles of milk glass vessels starting at $8. The first is going to be an Anchor Hawking milk glass gravy boat that does have these embossed flowers around that. Now, I've not seen that before, but I could be new. I do not have any mark or anything on there. There is some tape like residue. I could not get that off of there. It was wrapped up when I found it. So I got it white and shiny because it was wrapped up in newspaper. But I thought some flowers in this would be super cute on a dining room table. This one is going to be about 5.5 inches from here to here, and it's going to stand about 2.25 inches. So in comparison, here's your comparisons. But I really think almost like an Easter basket style, put some of that crinkled grass in there, can't talk, and maybe some candies or something. That would be super cute. Your other choice starting at $8 is going to be a vintage milk glass teardrop pedestaled compote. Again, no make or marker on that. It is a molded piece. You can see the mold lines right through here, meaning they were two pieces. They put them together. And then this little teardrop design on there. A beautiful scallop. Again, I thought like some Easter grass and maybe a little chick or something in there would be super cute. Tie a bow on there. That would be cute as well. The dimensions on this one is going to be about 7 inches in height, 7 inches height, and it's going to be about 3 3/4 diameter. Now there are some of the I don't know what you call those, but almost like the rest. I call them like the rest. Three little rest pieces down there, and I'm not sure if that was to hold the floral foam or something in there. But I love the scallop at the top as well. And either one of these milk glass pieces are starting at just $8. And if we do not have interest in those, we will pass on those and I'll go to the next item, which is also an offer up. So if we can, we'll pass on those and we'll go to our next item, which is a start of $12, please, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm putting the
All right.
pass in.
So I've got some, I'm calling it St. Patrick's Day jewelry. You have a choice of a brooch or a necklace. The first one is the vintage gold tone with white enamel 4-leaf clover brooch. So it's got the white enamel here. It is a 4-leaf clover. And then it's got the gold tone metals wiring that is stretched through that throughout there. And it does have the little stem on the back of here with a rollover clasp. It is not a safety C clasp because I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but the pin pokes out just a little bit. So if the pin pokes out a little bit, it's not considered a safety. It's just a rollover clasp. If it covers it, then it's a safety. There is a little X marks the spot right here in the center of that. I thought that was a really cool little brooch. Still can support the idea of St. Patrick's Day and add this to a green shirt and it would work just nicely. The dimensions on this is going to be width-wise about 1.5 inches, height-wise or length-wise about 2 inches. So 1.5 by 2 for that little brooch. Your other option for your choice is a 36-inch gold tone chain. Now, I do have it tied up in the back because it's longer than my longest piece here. And then it has some charms on here. This is a faceted green glass little teardrop right here. Let me turn this one over. It has the word lucky on this, or luck on this little gold piece right here. And then it has two tiny, I'm not going to be able to leave it on there and show y'all. So let me show you. I'll separate it a little bit better. It has two little shamrocks on there, little 4-leaf clover shamrocks, one here and one there. And then it has the luck here and then the gold tone, the green glass faceted piece. It's almost like a jadeite color, but I do not think this is jadeite stone. It's showing up a little bit darker than it actually is. But it is on this little bottom piece of your necklace. And then there is your necklace again. It's 36. Bye, Karen. Thank you for coming. It is a 36-inch chain with the luck, the shamrocks, and the green glass piece, or your 4-leaf clover white enamel piece. They were starting at $12. All right, my next item is going to be a straight claim. This is a new old stock piece. It is very pretty. It's one of the older gift sets. This is a Faribault. This was a brand that they saw, back in the day, you got gift sets. And this is a wool blend Afghan throw, new in the box. It still has the original cellophane on it and everything. Here is the tag. It is so nice. I just think this is beautiful. This one, I was looking for the dimensions without having to take it out, but I do not see that. This came out of Minnesota. These were come out of Minnesota. 60% pure wool for warmth and beauty, and 40% virgin acrylic for practicality. It's completely machine washable and dryable. It does have the tag there. There are some fringe pieces on the bottom of that. I don't know what, I didn't measure it. I'll be honest with you because it's still in there. This is folded in half and then it's folded in fourths. So we could get a quick estimate of this. If that is folded in half, that would be about 60 inches. And oh gosh, y'all are going to ask me to do math. I'm going to say about 12 times 4 is 48, right? Whew. Okay. There's your math for you. But this is a brand new gift set ready to give or use for yourself. And it is going to be $24 and it is number 12. $24, number 12 for the new gift set. And it's listed right here as the Wool Plus Thermal Afghan Throat. Oh, 50 by 60. I could have just looked on the box. 50 by 60. I don't know how far off I was. So, hey, Angie, how are you? Thanks for coming. This is really, really a nice set. Again, it was $24, number 12, if you are interested. And those are my 3 for this round, Patrick. Thank you. Thanks for being interested, y'all.
All right, I was doing a little bit of digging. I was trying to find my tape measure because I also should be measuring. And unfortunately, I couldn't find it, so we're going to have to wing it a little bit. So my first item is going to be the only offer up in this set, and this is a $10 start. And when I have Beth on, we have to talk about jewelry. So this is a lot. You get all 5 of these. You get a lot of 5 beaded necklaces. So this is a triple strand necklace. It's kind of got a bronze color to it with then clear beads on the bottom. All of these had been in my booth for $5 each. They originally were like higher than that, and I marked them down to 5. So I'm selling them right now. It's starting off $2 each. So a $10 start for all 5 of these. So you get this one. How do I do this so I don't get tangled? This one is a little bit longer. So this one, I think that one was about an 8-inch drop. So a 16-inch necklace. This one is more like a 9-inch drop. So this is the longest of them. This is a 2-strand gold tone with gold spacer beads. So you get that one. This is a triple strand, also gold tone, with gold beads, and then you also have some gold caps on the edges of some of the beads. So you get this triple strand. That's also got about an 8-inch drop. This one, kind of like Flintstone Wilma motif going on. They kind of, you can see they have popcorn, or I don't know, like
The
what that
texture on
is.
there, yeah.
Yeah, some of them have texture on them. So there's a nice mix. They're graduated, the biggest ones at the bottom. So that's a double strand, also about an 8-inch, 9-inch drop. And then you've got a triple strand with black and gold. So you've got this great box clasp up at the top, and then 3 strands with the shortest one is only an 8-inch drop. But then they also graduate down a little bit in length. So you get all 5 of those necklaces with the $10 start. I'm not seeing anyone jump on these, so I will put this in as a pass. Watch for the lag. Put that in for a pass. Oops. Okay, so we won't worry about those. All right, next one is, this is a quick claim. So this is a little creamer and a sugar from Niagara Falls. So you've got just a nice tourist piece. What does it say? Hand painted Japan, NNC. So you see it's only painted on the front, but a really nice painting of Niagara Falls, the Canadian side of the falls. Go Canada. Pretty good condition of all the paint on there. And then you have the little picture with the same design, nice little geometric handle to it. Also still marked hand painted. This had been in my booth as a pair for 20, and I'm selling it here for 12. So $12 for the Niagara Falls cream or sugar, miniature pitcher, whatever. And this was a random grab. So you get the rain from Made of the Mist, you get U umbrella. So letter U, $12 for the creamer and the sugar. And then the last piece that I'm going to offer is currently in a bag. And what this is, I didn't think to grab anything for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if I have anything for St. Patrick's Day, so kudos to you for thinking of that. But I did grab things for Easter. So what I have here are a dozen painted wood eggs.
Oh, those are beautiful.
And so you get all 12 for $30. It's 12 eggs for $30. This is just the random 4 that I grabbed. Also, totally random, the bunny rabbit, you get R. So $30, letter R, you get all 12 of these eggs. Some are darker colors. Got black. Got a dark red. Another yellow. Got a light blue.
Those are beautiful.
So less than $3 an egg. This dark colored one with slightly different geometric designs on it. That one's also a little bit smaller. It didn't seem like it matched the others. Another beautiful purple color. Green. And the last one is another red. So again, you get all 12 of these for $30 by giving me letter R. And there's 2 pinks, another red, and another yellow. And I don't see any takers, which, to be honest, kind of surprises me a little bit. So I will go ahead and pass this back to Beth.
Cheryl just sold one very, very similar to that. I don't know if they're the same. It was made in the Ukraine. It was beautiful. She just sold one in the sale that I had before coming over here. So very, very pretty. Oh, good. Lori, I'm glad you picked those up. That's what I kind of envisioned like in this, because this is white. And when I was thinking of those pieces about how to even display them in my booth, that's what I'm thinking is something with those bright colors in there. Just to use vintage pieces as tablescape or vignettes. Those are beautiful. Yeah, Lori, great get. Great get. Okay, so Patrick, did you remind them that you are going to...
Uh-oh. I'm not sure. I'm watching on my phone. I don't know if it's my internet or hers. I think it's her internet. Can anyone give me in the chat? Are we talking? Can anyone hear me? Oh. And let's see what Beth looked like when she was frozen. All right. There she is.
Yeah, you can take me off of the screen. Okay.
I just assumed it was me. And then I'm looking at the phone like, oh, no, wait, that's her frozen. So, okay.
Yeah, I was talking and then I was kicked out of StreamYard. It's quite okay. It's just been a day. All right. Going back to what I was saying, did you remind them or did you mention that you're going to be part of the Bling for Spring
live sale
extravaganza? That's going to happen in March, y'all. We've got 5 sellers selling not at the same time, but in rotation. And it's going to be lots and lots of bling. We're going to be doing lots. Dolores is going to have jewelry over here. She's bringing me jewelry this weekend. She is here in town. So she's brought me jewelry from the UK that can be shipped from Texas. So you'll get US prices on some of her jewelry. Cheryl, Patrick, Dolores, LaDonna, and myself. So that'll be a lot of fun for that. So yeah. All right. Sorry about
I
that. I
already
don't
have
know.
some of my jewelry set aside.
There you go. I know we're going to have some lots. I know we're going to have some craft jewelry. I've started to see some of the things that the girls are pulling, and it's really good. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I've got it put right here, Patrick. So I'm just going to hit send. If you'll
Okay.
highlight that this starts at $5, and this is an Easter lot. This is 1982 vintage Hallmark, and it is 2 die cuts. It's going to start at just $5. Show them to you up close. Look at that wide-eyed bunny. I will show you. I wanted to start with this one. I'm sure this was in a classroom. There was a little bit of tape right there. I know we get to play on Saturday, so I'm super excited that Dolores and I are going to go thrifting and do some things on Saturday. This is otherwise in excellent condition. It is marked 1982 Hallmark right down here on the bottom. It is the paper kind that is printed only on one side. And this one is going to measure about 9 inches by 7 inches. So 9 inches by 7 inches for this. Also in this lot, you're going to get these beautiful little chicks, which is so cute, stuck in a wire flower frog. Just to add a little bit of color to your table. That's why I was thinking like flower frog with this, with some things in it for Easter. Um, Even one of these. I'm thinking of my own Easter displays when I bring things to the live sales, but it's also marked right here at the bottom, the little chick and the eggs. And so this one is, you're going to get both pieces for a start of just $5. This one is going to be about 5.5 inches tall by about 7 inches. So 5.5 by 7. And it is going to be start of $5 for both pieces. And so I see Lori in at 5. Thank you, Miss Lori. I appreciate that. And if no one else is in, Patrick, I'm not sure how you do your countdown, but I'm ready to count it down.
All right. I will watch for the lag, and I'll put in the
So
stop when I see it.
do you count down from like 10 or
I usually do
15?
from 10, and then just give me like hand signals so I can watch the last letters, so I can watch it on the phone.
Great. So this is a good get for a start of 5. If anyone else is interested, it is 6 or higher. But we're going to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid in. Sold.
I'm watching the countdown. There's your fingers, and there is the stop.
Awesome. And Miss Lori, thank you again so much. If I do not already have your information, would you please send it right here to scprincess1@comcast.net. I'll be invoicing this weekend, and this will go in one of the cardboard mailers for you. And you will get your invoice probably Sunday afternoon, maybe Monday morning. All right, thank you so much. My next item is a straight price item, and it's a replacement item. It is a bell. It's a replacement item because I had already picked out a bell to bring. If you know, you know. If you haven't been watching my channel lately, I went to an auction. There were over 2,000 bells from one collection in there, and I picked out a
Wow.
few. It was massive bells, but I did pick out a few that I thought were pretty cool. And I just did the haul on my channel. It wasn't this Tuesday. I finished up the Christmas finally, but it was the Tuesday before. And I had a bell in there, beautiful brass Spanish bell, and it was claimed. I had it set aside for the sale, but somebody emailed me and they claimed that one already. So I've replaced it with something else a little bit more Easter colored and into the summer with a flamingo. It's a vintage Florida bell. It is made in Taiwan with the sticker right there. It does have a little softer um, little ring to it. It is a basic souvenir bell. No chips, cracks, or crazing in this. It is in perfect condition. It is going to be $12 and it is 4 3/4 inches tall and it is about 2.5 inches wide. So 2.5 inches, 4 3/4. It is number one for $12. Number one for $12. I have from this first lot that I showed, which just had a few bells in it. Well, maybe more than a few. Um, I have already sold like 5 or 6 of those bells. They were collector bells. I don't know anything about them. I'm learning as I go through. But apparently they're a thing because I am selling lots of bells from there. And I've got some really great ones coming up. I thought I was going to win the Holt Howard Bell, but I didn't win it at the last minute. All right, my next item is a choice, straight claim choice, though. I have 2 brooches. It's going to be your choice for $14, and I'll give you the number on which to claim in just a moment. The first one is a vintage like a purple cat's eye. It looks brown, but it is a purple color. This is like a purplish color in here. Talking to Dolores, who is Miss Damn Jewelry, and has been dealing with vintage jewelry for over 15 years, maybe, I think. She was like, that seems to be like a cat's eye cabochon. But in there is like a blue, a honey amber, and a brown stone all the way around that. This is an oval stone. It does have a rollover safety C clasp on the back. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a little bit older based on the backing, but I cannot exactly date this for you. There's no missing stones. It is all beautiful. It's like a pattern of those stones here. This brooch is going to be about 1 inch by a half inch. So 1 inch by a half inch. This is your first choice at number 13 for $14. Number 13 for $14. Your other one is a gold tone, a similar coloring in the stones. I've got blue, I've got purple. It is more of a, this dark color is more like a darker purple that you see. I'm not sure that it's coming across very well. It has the honey color stone, like a yellow, a purple, a light purple, like a lilac in there. So it's a lot of the same coloring. This one is a little butterfly gold tone rollover safety C clasp that is 1 3/4 inches in width, and it is about 1 inch tall. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thanks for coming over, Cheryl. Appreciate that. So your choice of brooch for $14 is number 13. $14 for choice number 13. And that is my 3 for this round.
All right. So I'll watch to see if anyone picks up either of those. Thanks to those of you who are joining us, and for those of you who are sticking around. Somebody must have gone live at the top of the hour because we did have a big drop in attendees, but it is quality over quantity. So thanks all of you for joining. I will go to my next set. I'm not going to be doing any other offer ups because it is a smaller group. So we're just going to do everything as quick claim and get through the rest of my stuff relatively quickly. I did not, one set of jewelry was not enough when Beth is involved. So I had to bring something else. And in honor of Dolores, we are going to do a set or a lot. So
oh, wow.
This is a old-fashioned, vintage, basically I would say a men's valet jewelry chest. So you got this crusted horse on the front with the swords and the crowns embossed onto the top. Some gold all the way around, a little bit of wear there on the front, probably from being open and closed. You open it up and you get the looking very pink on the picture, but it's really just a traditional red velvet interior. You see it's got places for the rings in the middle, the cushions, a deep, large bin here on the side, and then two compartmented square bins on the other side. And I'm going to include some jewelry to go with it. So what I have is one brooch. It is a world pin. Okay, this light is almost too bright, so we're going to see if we can push that back. There we go. It's kind of got the kind of the copperish green color for the water and the gold tone for the continents with a dark gunmetal backing, which is just black because it's a gold tone on the back with the rollover safety clasp. So you get that pin and 3 stick pins. So you get this little plastic dude with a gigantic head. Mm-hmm. And so these are like short pins. And I've worn all of these when I was wearing hats on a more regular basis. Got a little Christmas one. It's got a reindeer. Little Christmas. I think there's wording on there. If I remember correctly, it was Scandinavian of some sort. And then this little like Chef Boyardee dude that says Maggie, Maggi, Maggi. So these were just it was from a batch of European pins, and I had pulled these out, and I just thought they were kind of fun colors. So you get all 3 of the stick pins. You get the globe brooch, Dark Academia. There you go. Cheryl Shiny Squirrel knows where it's at. And the box, $25 for all of it by giving me letter K. $25 letter K for Maggi is a seasoning. Okay, excellent. Thank you. I had not heard of that. So 3 stick pins, the globe brooch, and the box, $25 for letter K. Then we're going to go to the only textile that I brought tonight. And this is a square crocheted table cover in great condition. There's no tears. There's no staining. It has the scalloped trim edge and then the circular pieces in the middle all stitched together. It is 40 by 40. So it's actually a fairly large size. Open work, so you can put this on a beautiful table. You can see the wood through it, or if you've got a bright colored tablecloth for Easter, you put this over the top of it, and that great color or print comes through. It is square in shape, so it can go on a round or a square table, and it is $20. So $20 for the 40 by 40 table cover by giving me letter G. $20 for letter G for the table cover. And then I also pulled this specifically because, again, Beth was going to be on my channel. This is also a prefixed lot. You get 3 children's games. The first, The Last Straw, is a camel game that I bought probably 3 years ago when Beth had her $10 challenge on her channel. And for $10, I went and bought some vintage games for my game room. And this is one of them. And I actually did a video of my daughter.
Did you play that with somebody?
Yeah, my daughter and I played it. And it is a little donkey that it barely holds together. It broke while we were using it, so we had to kind of repair it. So it's actually a little bit dicey, but the camel stands together. And then you're supposed to put this little basket on his back. Oops. I do this while I'm trying to hold it. And then in the basket, you drop these little wooden pieces. Yeah. And basically, once you put whichever you put the straw in that makes the camel split apart, that's the last straw. You probably need to retighten the rubber band that's holding him because he's sliding apart a little bit too easily. or you just put him on something that's maybe a little bit less slippery than the cardboard box. But
I
so you get
remember
that.
watching you play that.
Yeah, and then even the box, just kind of some cool art. And this has
Yeah.
just been, again, I'm clearing out. Just I've got too much stuff, so this was on display in my game room, but I don't anticipate playing it. So I thought it'd be fun to have. Same thing, Donkey Party. You've got
Oh
this great
no.
vintage game. Never ended up playing this one, but it's literally what you think it is. It is pin the tail on the donkey. It is a pre-loved game, but it still has the artwork on the inside. So it's got the wall piece that you put the donkey on, and it has tons of
Okay.
tails. And the tails are all numbered. So I guess I don't know if you could just have like tons of people playing, or if each person got more than one, but so you can keep track of whose tail got stuck to the wall. So if you can, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. I can see it because of the lights from the other side. There are pinholes in this because it was used. So they were pinning, and sometimes they got pretty close. There's a lot of pins right here. I think someone was cheating. But there's also a pin right here in his eye. Okay, the tail was a little bit lost there. So this is part of it. And all three of these things I'm showing you they're going to be $10 for the lot. So you get this last straw game, the Donkey Party game, and a vintage jump rope with wooden handles. So, either play with it or make a great vignette. Spring and summer are coming, all kinds of, fun outdoor activity. So you've got this great vintage jump rope with the hand knotted ropes going through the handles. This I had in my booth last summer. I think I sell it for, I was listing it for $5.95. So you've got the jump rope, the donkey game, and the last straw game. You get all three of them for $10 by giving me letter Y, $10 for all three of the games.
Yeah, I saw that illustration of the donkey.
Yeah, it was fun. All right, so that's my three items, and back to Beth. We're coming into the last stretch of the evening.
Yes, this should be my last round, correct, Patrick?
I'm gonna have my last round, so yes. But if you have more, you can go as long as you want.
I've got three more things.
Okay.
And they're going to be all straight claim. And the first one is Cheryl, you had one on the sale tonight, and I have one as well. It is a vintage 1984 My Little Pony. It's a Generation One baby rainbow, baby unicorn. So she's got the little, and I thought this was perfect for Easter because it looks like Easter egg dye to me. So she's got the rainbow little mane and tail on both sides. There is the little rainbow and clouds there. You can look here, and it'll tell you which one on the hooves is where it is. This also is going to come with a brush. I'm pairing a pink My Little Pony brush with it. I have untangled the hair, put a little bit of conditioner in it, made her look so beautiful. So beautiful. Now she's the baby. Um, and so it is about 4 inches long and about 3¼ inches tall. She's got the little unicorn piece right here. She is the baby version of the baby rainbow unicorn. Rain ribbon. Okay, let me say it right. Baby rain ribbon rainbow unicorn. That's a lot of names for this little one right here. And a 1984 Generation One. She is going to be $20, number 11. $20, number 11. I think she is adorable. And it made me think of the Easter egg dye that we do. And I'm pairing a brush with her, like I said. So love that one. All right. The next one is a doily choice. And I have two doilies. They are going to be a choice for $6 each. It is going to be a claim number 2. If you're wanting one of these, it's number 2. These are One is a little bit darker than the other. This one is a little bit darker than this one. Um, let me see if I can figure out which one. This one has the scalloped eggs. Yeah, eggs, edge. A 12-inch scalloped edge doily. I'm not sure what the pattern of that is called. Maybe a strawberry. I'm not sure. And then it has,
I don't know my knit patterns or
yeah,
my
the
crochet patterns.
flower on the inside there. No breaks, stains, or tears. I'm going to look it over another time for the trillionth time. But we don't have any breaks in this at all. That's a relatively large doily. That is all hand done. But there is the flower in the center. And then I do think maybe that's the strawberry. If somebody knows, let me know. But great work. This one is a little bit darker in color than the next one. Um, wait, let me check. I might have just messed that up. Hold on. This one might be this one's 14. I'm sorry, this one's 14 inches. That's why it looks so big. This one is 12 and it is white. Oh, good. Glad you picked that up, Lori. And this one's just the floral, and I think this is the pineapple. So y'all tell me. I think this is called the pineapple. I think Kathy Wiseman has told me multiple times. Sorry, Kathy, for but this one is a 12-inch, and this one is a 14-inch. And when I put them close together, you can tell the color differentiation there. The top one, the smaller one, is a little bit lighter than this one. These are going to be $6 each, number two. $6 each, number two. Yes, they are very beautiful. I have a lot of doilies in my home. I stage with doilies in my vignettes as well as my vintage spaces. So I have a lot of doilies. So this one is even done with the circle in the center. Sometimes they can be used as an overhang as well. So those are $6 each. And my very last item for the evening is a famous clear flower frog. It is a clear glass 11-hole raised clear flower frog. It does have the lip. So there's a lip right here. And I thought earlier I felt a something. I'm not sure. Nope. I lied. There's nothing there. I'm feeling it again. So earlier I told you that I will use my vintage stir sticks to display. Now this one is going to be. So what I tend to do is choose colors for the season. So I will have green and yellow right now in a flower frog. And I will display these like this in my flower frog. So it just gives a little bit of raise to that, a way to use these, especially like if I have red, white, and blue for the upcoming 4th of July. They look really, really good there. That's how I sell them in my space, my vintage space as well. And one person just bought the whole thing because they were like, I want that. So it's just a fun way to use your swizzle sticks and add a little bit of color. I've seen people do Mardi Gras colors with them now because, it's a little bit more. They've done rainbow colors, the red, white, and blue. Like I said, team colors. We even did team colors, and that was pretty fun as well. This one is 11 hole. And it is going to measure, now it is solid glass. It is 3 inches in diameter. It is $12, number six. $12, number six for the flower frog. I love a good flower frog. All right. And that is my third item and last item for the evening.
All right. So I will finish up with all breakable things. So, because my next sale will be with Scott, I'm probably going to change the night because I've got rehearsal the night of our normal night. So I need to talk to him about when we're going to change it. But so the next item is we're going into some, I probably should have had this earlier, but this is my mid-century modern stuff. So we've got a pair of matching ewer with a plate. So you can, display the plate on the backdrop. You can on underneath the ewer, however you want to do it. They are both marked, hand painted, made in Western Germany. So, but even from the design, you can tell these are probably 50s or 60s. You got this great look at the shape of that handle coming on the top. They just super swish of that handle. You got the kind of floral motif, but almost like a thistle type pattern, with I don't know what that plant is supposed to be. But it's got the nature motif to it. And then the plate that is matching it. You can see the plate is it's not quite square, not quite circular. It's kind of a rounded corner square. Just a really cool shape. You get both of those for $25, and you get them by giving me letter W. So $25, W gets you both the ewer and the plate. The next item, probably dipping into the 60s, maybe going into the 70s, depending on a little bit of a boho design. Maybe we're slipping outside of mid-century modern, but you get a pair of, the color seems to be on my screen coming off pretty much the way it looks. It's like a sand color, kind of a taupey brown. And then on the these raised patterns, you've got kind of a wash of a lighter color. So you get their match set. They just say USA on the bottom, so do not know who makes them. But you've got a really cool shape to them. They are a pair. I did have them in my booth for $28, and I'm selling them here for $20 for the pair. And you get the pair for $20 by giving me letter N. So $20 letter N gets you the pair of vases. And my last piece is small mid-century modern splatter glaze. It still has the shop mark on there. It came from Karsten's. If I can get this thing to zoom focus. There you go. Karsten's, and it says West Germany on there. So these again are dating themselves. It's got a really dark color on the inside. It has a gold, you can see the gold band on the rim. It's a bluish color with yellow and white, and then a dark splatter technique going all around it. And it has West Germany impressed upon the bottom as well. So this is, I had it originally in my booth for $25, marked it down to $15. I'm going to mark it down here to $12. So $12 for the Karsten West German vase by giving me letter M. So M for $12 for the West German vase. And those were my last three items. And we finished in record time. So
that was really good. We
both went through pretty quick. Yeah, we both went through pretty quick. It's one of those, it's just what we were talking about at the beginning. For those of you who've joined and were watching at the very beginning, the whole idea is to make these fun. And when we sit here and hawk our items for minutes and minutes on end, it doesn't end up being fun. It's like, okay, we talked about it. No one's moving. All right, let's show you something else. And it's all about learning a little bit in the history, whatever. I didn't get to teach about zip codes tonight, but, we get to talk about who makes things and when it's Western Germany, what era does that put it in? Hey, we're here to fun. If we sell something and you guys find something you like, great. We're happy to provide to you. But I love spending time with Beth. Appreciate you having your marathon session tonight. So 2 hours on your channel and now another almost 2 hours here. But
it's okay. I was definitely going to do it when Patrick said, hey, I'm thinking about doing a sale. And I was like, well, we've been waiting for that.
Yeah, I have not done it. I have not hosted a sale in quite some time. I
Yeah.
didn't actually look to see when my last one. I mean, I show up on your channel, I show up on Scott's channel, but to actually host, so I'm very happy, with the people that came tonight. So again, it's quality over quantity. Numbers didn't end up being huge, but really appreciate people who don't, they don't forget me, that I am still around, and I hope you guys do like the stuff that we offered, and I appreciate those of you who picked items up. If anyone is watching this in the after video and you're watching to this point, several things did not sell. So a lot of them were off just quick claims. So definitely reach out to Beth for her items or me for my items if you did want to claim them. Some of these will, like, I rotate things. I don't know if you do that too, Beth. You take things out of your booth and then put them in storage for a little while, and they'll make an appearance again. To make it look like it might be something new. So some of this stuff will just go back to my booth. Did you want to highlight anything that you had initially for some of the people that joined late?
You know what? I think that it's great. Thank you so much, KP. They know that I'm a early go to bedder because I wake up so early. But when Patrick says, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing a sale," I was like, "I'm gonna be there." 8 o'clock didn't used to be so late for me, right? And now it's like, "Oh, I gotta go to sleep." And yes, Karen, we have I owe my live sale start to Patrick. I say it every single time I'm with him, and we'll continue to say thank you to him. He took a chance on me. I'd never done a live sale before, and he was like, "Sure, you're going to do fine. Here's your numbers." Just I'm like, "Okay."
And you
So
did. You did great.
yeah. And I let him go for a couple of weeks and then I'll send him a message, be like, "Hey, you still over there? You still alive? Let's get back into it." So, um, Miss Lori, I will definitely check, if I got the email from you. I did. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we have a good time together, and I'm super excited that Patrick is going to be on the jewelry sale. That will be fun. There will be 5 of us. I just hope,
And that
Patrick and
is
I will have a fun
Sunday.
day.
That is Sunday. What? What
The,
day is that
the
again?
23rd, I think. Right,
Sunday,
Cheryl?
March 23rd. I was just pulling it up.
Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun because it's me and Dolores. We cut full, and now we've drugged Patrick into this jewelry frenzy. And we just go, I'm not really sure. So we have to ask Dolores everything. And Cheryl and LaDonna are going to join us too. And that will be a lot of fun. But I'm sure there's going to be more things to come. We have not done a drop sale hop in a long time.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. Everybody just got busy once the world opened up and you could do everything again, and nobody's snowed in anymore. It's starting to be spring. Patrick is back on stage, right? You're back
Mhm.
on stage.
Yeah, I'm in rehearsals now, so that this was my one night off this week. So I'm like, okay, that's Raj is gone, no rehearsal. Let's fill it with a live sale. So
Time. So
and
anytime.
I had a sale. When did I had a sale on Monday last week while I was traveling. I actually took stuff with me and did a live sale with Scott from the road, but then I couldn't invoice until I got back, and now I'm trying to get everything out, getting everything shipped. So it's just like, for those of you who think like, oh, this will be fun, we should do this. Hey, can be fun, but it's also finding the time and putting the work into it can be and it's been interesting. Beth's been doing this almost as long as I have. We've watched a lot of channels flash up and then just kind of disappear because
Yeah.
it suddenly it becomes
They
aware.
commit.
It's a commitment, and again, if you fall out of the algorithm of YouTube recommending even to your own subscribers, I mean, I've got a great subscriber base, and I hear people like, "Oh, I didn't know you were doing a sale," like because they don't see my videos, they don't get suggested anymore. So consistency is good. I'll try and do some more videos. I still have a couple of unboxing videos of some auction hauls of things that I picked up. I still haven't even opened the boxes, so need to kind of showcase those. I haven't done a booth tour in a while, and
Yeah.
the store likes it when I do those because I showcase the other booths, so that's always fun. So I just need to get over there. I haven't even refreshed my booth in weeks. I need to go take a look at it. So
Patrick, you can't. I'm gonna tell you what Dolores tells me. You can't sell anything if you don't have anything in there.
absolutely, absolutely. So well, some of this stuff is
Two.
now freshly cleaned and ready to go. It'll just head to the booth. So it helps me get things organized.
Two two vintage spaces. One is 45 minutes this way from me, and one is an
Oh.
hour the other way from me.
Oh. I
And
did
the
that
one that
once, and it was like I rarely had time. That's like, and when I found time, I had to drive an hour to get there. I'm like, no, no, no.
yeah,
I didn't last very long.
the one that's 45 minutes, I will say that is a really heavy traffic store. So when
That's
I
nice.
first got in, I was having to go every week and
Wow.
and just put things in. Now I've kind of figured it out a little bit when I can go because I do work 40 hours a week, and do YouTube and filming and live sales and all the things, plus the two booths, and try to have any kind of life outside of this. But it's a lot of fun. When it stops being fun, we stop doing it, right? So
Absolutely.
it's a lot of fun. I enjoy hanging out with people in the chat.
Yep.
And I've made a lot of friends in this, in just through the chat. So I'm grateful for the whole opportunity.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you
So,
being with us tonight.
yeah.
And are you doing another sale on your channel before the big one on the 23rd?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I don't even know who they're with. It's every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time, so that's 5:30 Eastern Time. But on Sunday, I might, okay, so this Sunday I might be taking off because Dolores is here and then she's leaving like Monday or Tuesday. So we're trying to get in as much thrifting as we possibly can.
Excellent.
But I have another box to unbox on the following Sunday, but I have lots of videos coming out, and what some Dolores and I have already been together doing, and there will be more. But I know I have one with Angie's Oddities coming up. Um, there's several different ones coming up in the month of March, and then I will start planning April as well. So it'll be busy.
Great. Keeping you busy. All right. Well, again, thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks,
Bye,
Pretty Close
y'all.
and Trusty Huckster. Talk to you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.